The spiritual meaning of John chapter 2. Today let's reflect on the spiritual significance of the entire second chapter of the Gospel of John. The core theme of this chapter, as hinted by the title, centers around the heart. To properly comprehend John chapter 2, one must unlock it by identifying a common theme between two events. The failure to recognize the shared essence of the wedding at Cana and the Jerusalem temple leads to a lack of understanding of their meaning. Upon careful consideration, both events share a common motif: a house. The wedding at Cana features a banquet house, while the Jerusalem temple serves as God's house. Understanding the spiritual significance of house unveils why John opted to document these two events together. In the Bible, the spiritual meaning of a house directly correlates to the heart. Apostle John, the author of the Gospel of John, also penned the book of Revelation. Revelation 3:20 states, "Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If anyone hears my voice and opens the door, I will come in to him and eat with him, and he with me." Here, the door represents the entrance to the house, implying that standing outside and knocking signifies standing outside the heart's house. Therefore, in the Gospel of John, God's house and the wedding at Cana symbolize the hearts of two types of people. Specifically, the Jerusalem temple, a magnificent and grandiose structure built over 46 years, symbolizes the heart of a person who appears wealthy and impressive externally. However, God was not present there. Instead, it was inhabited by beasts, symbolizing Satan, which only desecrated, emitted foul odors, and caused commotion. Through this, John aims to testify that in hearts where God is absent, Satan reigns as the master. Conversely, the wedding at Cana, compared to the Jerusalem temple, was insignificant and relatively humble. Moreover, it was on the verge of turning into a house of mourning as the wine ran out. Yet Jesus was present there. Just as Jesus' presence ensured that joy never ceased and continued unabated, a heart where Jesus resides mirrors exactly that. John begins by asserting in chapter 1 that Jesus is fundamentally God, and his coming to earth was to give us life. This mission was initiated through his baptism by John, culminating in the story of Nathanael. Through this narrative, John conveys that discarding our prejudices and welcoming Jesus opens up the ladder to heaven for us. In chapter 2, through the events at the wedding in Cana and the cleansing of the Jerusalem temple, the distinction between a heart where Jesus resides and one where he does not is elucidated. To reiterate, chapter 2 illustrates that a heart with Jesus is transformed much like water into wine, where our spiritual life is altered by the Lord's blood, leading to a fulfillment of spiritual joy. In contrast, hearts devoid of God and Jesus fall under Satan's dominion, becoming polluted and tumultuous. John's writings, including the book of Revelation and the Gospel of John, are laden with symbolism. Understanding these symbols is crucial for grasping the deeper spiritual truths he conveys. This symbolic nature is not exclusive to John's works. Many stories throughout the Bible encapsulate inner truths through symbolic narratives. Through such meditations, it's my hope that both I and you advance deeper into the spiritual truths of the Word. The next reflection will delve into the story of the Pharisee in John chapter 3. May your day be accompanied by the presence of the Word.
구독, 좋아요, 알림 설정 해주세요. Subscribe, like, set notifications.